let's remove some limits tonight. I'm very excited about this. I've got it broken down into categories tonight. I thought I'd do it that way. So I'm going to be clearing limits from 5 different areas tonight. Here they are. The first one is fun and joy in the body. The second one is wealth. The third one is money. Wealth and money are different, so that's why I broke them up differently. And then the fourth one is relationships. And last but never least, amusement. So those are the categories that I'm going to be clearing limits out of tonight. For those of you that are watching this on my YouTube channel, how these healings happen is I take a look at everybody in my Soul Support Sanctuary membership and do like a composite healing on everyone. And it allows me to clear what's called matching pictures and matching energy from a lot of people all at once. So if you're interested in being a member of my Soul Support group, please go to my website at karinfogerty.com. All right, let's get on with the healing tonight. I'm going to set the energy with a prayer. As we cleanse and heal the temple of the soul, may it be with the blessing of divinity that it shine its countenance upon us and bring us peace in body, mind, and spirit. Amen. Okay, let's get started with the first one, fun and joy in the body. Okay. The very first energy that really screams out is responsibility. And it's a lumpy white gray energy that showing you where it is so that can come out. And honestly, there's a lot of responsibility in your space, so much so that energetically it makes you seem very robotic. So, and there's a really thick layer of this that I'm working on clearing. You know what else is coming out is medications, like pharmaceuticals that have an effect on your emotional levels. I'm seeing something that I find very interesting. I was actually looking at it earlier today in somebody else, and that's where if you have a healing agreement with a parent to match their body energy, then that can keep your body energy lower than what its actual optimal energy vibration is. So that's what I'm seeing. This is the next part that I'm seeing is agreements with parents to keep your body energy lower than it really needs to be. And a lot of, as that comes out, a lot of judgment is coming out of your space. Good. Getting rid of that. And now I can actually see you a lot better. There's, it looks like a midnight blue energy. I was thinking it looks like when the sky gets dark. That's the next energy that's coming out. This is the energy of rules. And some of them pertain to the body and what the body is supposed to do, or, like rules like how to behave, that you need to contain yourself. I've got the energy down to about the waist. I'm going to get it all the way out, but it's thick and heavy and it's coming down like this. So it's down to about the waist. A lot of rules about what you are supposed to or not supposed to do with your body. Okay, I'm going to get this dark blue out, and then what I want to do is lighten it. So we're going to start bringing in gold to bring the vibration up. Good. The fun and joy is starting to trickle into the body now. That's a bright, bright yellow gold. Oh, as I'm bringing that into the crown, a lot of religious energy just lit up on the crown that would love to keep that fun and joy out of the body. So I'm going to clear that. Okay, cool. That works really well. I'm going to fill you in on that particular topic, and then we're going to go to the next one. The next one is wealth, removing limits from your wealth space. There are a lot of pictures about wealth being in past time. And what I mean by that is wealth from generations above you. So there's a lot of looking into past time for wealth from older generations. I want to bring that into present time. There's a lot of the energy of impossibility and on the other side of that, like hopelessness in this wealth space. I'm working on that. And the reason I brought up the wealth space is because it is different than money. You can have wealth with real property. You can have wealth with friendships, love. There's all kinds of ways that you can have wealth that don't involve money. As the energies are coming out that would limit your wealth, I am starting to see like some enthusiasm coming in here. It seems to me, as I'm working on this, that just about everybody has a control being in their personal space that tries to control the level of wealth. There are a lot of them. Maybe not all of you, but there are a lot of them. And I see these beings coming from the person in the family who tries to set the energy, um, uh, the person, let's say, that kind of runs the family. Okay, what I'm doing is giving you some space from those control beings. And I want to pass something along to you. One thing that I'm seeing when it comes to wealth is that if you want to create wealth, you've got to have your energy at a pretty good vibration, and you need to be up in your head or your crown to create it. And so why I'm bringing this up is because as I'm working on everybody, I can see that there's a fair share of you that get really frustrated trying to create wealth, but you're trying to create it from your lower chakras, like where the energy is much lower. And if you really want wealth and a nice high vibration, you need to pull your energy up and do your creating from inside the center of your head. So I'm just noticing that. Thought I'd pass that along. And then I notice with a lot of the women in the sanctuary that there's an element of where you're waiting for permission from someone. And I would imagine that a lot of you, it's your father that you're waiting for permission to like go ahead and create wealth. So I'm clearing that. Good. All right. That opened that space up even more. So I'm filling that in with gold now, your wealth space. Okay, and now we're going to make the distinction and do the next topic is money. So let's take a look at your money space. Well, what I'm getting and what I'm hearing is I'm trying so many things to increase my money, but things are just working against me. Almost like outside, what's the word I'm looking for? Environment or circumstances are working against you. And first off, what I see is that some of you are in a victim picture about this. So I want to help you pull your energy out of that so that you can get back to creating. It's pretty hard to create change when you're stuck in a victim picture. What I'm finding is some of you, and I'm not saying all of you, some of you find comfort in victim pictures because that's what you know. And I'm going to challenge you to maybe bring your energy up and focus, again, like I was saying, on bringing your energy up to the center of your head. I think that would help you pull your energy out of victim pictures. And when I'm talking about victim pictures, I'm talking about where you just feel hopeless. Nothing's going to help, no matter how you look at it. You feel like a failure. Those are pictures, and you can pull your energy out of them. But when you're in a picture, it feels like that's reality, and that's all you can feel is the energy of that picture. But you can pull your energy out of them and bring it up to the center of your head. So give me just a minute. I'm going to finish clearing these. I'm finding a lot of these victim pictures in the second chakra, which is your emotional and sexual chakra. It's also where your creative energy gets generated from. Government energy is coming out. Again, religious energy is coming out. Wow. I even see neighbors competition, like the Gladys Kravitzes of the neighborhood, keeping an eye on you and watching what you're creating. There's like a crust on your money space that I'm trying to get rid of. It's a brown, crusty energy. It's the energy that's accumulated of all the things that you think have gone wrong with your money space. Places where you couldn't find forgiveness for yourself, maybe mistakes or bad decisions that you've made in your money space, they've all kind of collected, and it's brown and it's coming out. I know what I would call that, the invalidation in your money space. Good. The top part of the money space is coming up to a bright yellow. Now it's really changing. The whole rose, because I am using a rose for this. The whole rose is becoming gold. All right. That looks really good. I'm going to fill you in on that space. And then the next space is removing limits from relationships. That could be all kinds of limits. Let's take a look at what comes up. Time. That seems to be one of the first things that comes up. Time. Limits on your patience in a relationship. That's funny. Trying to think of how to, well, I'll just say it. There's limits to intimacy. And that doesn't necessarily mean sexual intimacy. I'm just looking at the ability to be intimate in a relationship. There are a lot of limits on that. And that's where I'm working right now. But sex is in there. It's just not the only thing. Oh, this is great. Like a lack of tenderness is coming out. I'll even go to say limitations on bodily contact. Now, some of those limitations, if you're in a family, come from other family members, their energy, circumstances at the house. If you have a lot of people living in the house and it makes it hard to be intimate, there's all kinds of different reasons. Because I worked this earlier, I can see it in this space where there are limitations on joy in a relationship, like how much joy you can have. I think one of the biggest limitations I just found is with you, like where you have energy that blocks you from being able to share your love, to give love. I'm working on that. And again, some more religious energy is coming out at this point. I do also see parents' influence in causing limits in the relationship space. Even as adults, our parents still have an opinion about what we do. Okay. I was also working on the crown chakras, bringing them up to a higher vibration. And I have to be careful how I say this. I was originally going to say opening up your heart chakra, but that's not a great idea to like open the chakra. But what I'm doing is giving it a healing so that it, let's say, so it can relax. Good. I like that healing. It had to do with allowing you to express more of your love in a relationship. Okay, I'm going to fill the relationship space in with gold. That was a nice way to wrap that up. Then we have one more space, and that is abundance. That's really wild. I'm looking at how our early schooling affects our pictures of abundance, and not in a good way. I've never looked at this before, but the way that I'm just looking at how kids are taught in school, I'm just seeing the energy of how that a lot of times are not taught exactly how to create or to be abundant. So and I'm looking at like grade school. And, abundance is such a high vibration. It's another one that you want to be up in your head when you're creating something or trying to create something with abundance. You don't want to be trying to create that in your lower chakras. A lot of attention on the lottery in this abundance space. I'm going to give that a healing. Work energy is coming out now, limiting your abundance. Bosses and their pictures of what you shouldn't have. Even coworkers and their judgments about what they believe you should and shouldn't have. That's so funny. I just realized that I was doing this for abundance, not amusement. Now I'm amused. Originally, it was set for amusement, so I'll do that when I'm done with the abundance. I guess I really wanted to do abundance tonight. I'm working on a little body energy to help bring the vibration of the bodies up so that they're able to create abundance better. Remember, the energy vibration that you create your mock-ups in is the energy vibration that they're going to return to you in. So if you're not in an abundant state of mind and you're trying to create something, like if you're depressed or bummed out or you just lost your job and you don't change your energy before you do your mock-up, that mock-up's going to come back to you in a really low vibration. Good. That abundance vibration is coming up to a really pretty, like light orange gold. So remember, anytime you're in a lower vibration, a really quick, simple way to bring your energy up is to just change the color on your crown chakra. Just bring it up to a higher, brighter color. I always select gold because gold's a really high vibration. But let's say you're bummed out and you're at midnight blue. Bring it up to sky blue. That will actually lift the energy of all the other chakras in your body. Okay, I'm filling in the abundance and I'm going to do amusement real quick. Boy, there's so many societal limits on amusement. Like I was just looking at, like, let's say when you walk out of the house, you go about your day, there's just this like a veil of energy suppressing amusement. And a lot of it is that you're supposed to take your problems very seriously, very seriously. And I'd say that's pretty common that people expect that if you have a problem, you better take it seriously. Well, problems don't really get solved by being serious. They get solved by looking at the energy and releasing it and then replenishing. So I'm going to work with you to help remove a lot of this serious energy. There's usually, well, what I'm looking at is in your families, there's oftentimes one person that can emotionally drag the energy down. And that's showing up here when I look at everybody and the limits on their amusement. I find that family members, not all of them, but there's oftentimes a family member that has an influence on that. That's what I'm finding. So I'm removing family energy as one of the limits to your amusement. This is really great. Once you start saying hello to the amusement, it's like a bubble that's growing, or a balloon, like if you're blowing air into a balloon. It's getting bigger. This is great because you're doing a really good job bringing in a lot more amusement. The energy that's coming out now is a gray. And this has to do with like hardships that you encounter that affect your amusement, problems, hardships. All of that's coming out. Yeah, there's a lot of judgment coming out. You know, if people shushing you, if you've ever been shushed, there's a lot of that energy coming out. People who make comments to you if you're too loud, having too much fun, laughing too much. And then there's your own personal restraint that I see, like where you, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, you like edit yourself. And that's coming out. And you know what this makes me think of is I have a grandnephew. He's about a year and a half now. And absolutely everything is funny to him. And it's so wonderful to watch a young child that doesn't have limitations on their amusement, their joy. It's like you could hold up 2 fingers and he would laugh hysterically. And so that's helping me remember that childlike wonder is really a great place for amusement. So I think I'm going to put a little bit of childlike wonder in your space when I fill you in with the amusement. Okay, now I'm starting to fill you in. The reason I'm taking a little bit of time is when I bring the amusement into you, it's coming into about waist length, and I got to get it in all the way throughout your whole body. Yeah, there you go. I want you to have amused toes tonight. All right, there you go. Let me go ahead and close out the healing. May it be with the blessing of divinity that this healing tonight be complete. Amen. That was fun. All right. So good job. I just have a couple of announcements. Well, I have a big announcement. I have a new program, and I sent an announcement out about it coming up. It's starting in June, and it's called Anatomy of a Spirit. And we're going to explore each of the 7 main chakras and the glands that are associated with them. So each chakra governs a gland. And so it's going to be a mixture of working energy, healing the chakras, and then taking a look at the glands and giving them a healing. And we're going to be learning all about the structure of the chakras and doing lots of work on them. So it's a total healing for your whole body and your spirit. And like I said, that starts in June. So I'm having a couple of nights where I can tell you a little bit more about the program. If you're interested, you can text me or email me and just let me know that you'd like to come listen. And the first one is May 6th, which I could tell you in a heartbeat here. May 6th is a Monday night. And that particular program is going to be on the first and third Mondays of every month, and it's a 9-month program. I think the first class, though, starts on a Wednesday because I'm traveling the first Monday of the whole 9 months. So I just wanted to let you know that. All right, so you can text me or call me, and let me see what's coming up next on the calendar. Next week, on Tuesday night, we have A Body Beautiful, and it's on movement. So that's our next event, is a 30-minute meditation on movement. So thank you for joining me tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. Got my eyes on you. Have a great evening, and I'll see you next Tuesday for Body Beautiful. Okay, bye-bye.